Alright, another day of day trading, I guess. I haven't looked at the charts so far. This is only Euro USD. I didn't trade Euro USD today because I completely missed out on London session for some reason. I was focused on trying to prepare for a presentation that I didn't even take today. But anyways, I got the early bus home. So now I'm home for New York. So let's see what's going on. This is a. Oh yeah, that's. I didn't expect this to save that at all. This is from yesterday. That was actually a trade that. It was a really good trade, I think. It was a really good setup. I didn't look at the aftermath. But I didn't have internet or phone battery to take the trade or watch it at all. So let's see what would have happened. No, actually it's the wrong setup. But we had an SMT divergence and I didn't know how to treat it. But I guess it's just, I don't know, I'll just forget about this. Actually, I think I can remove like every line that's on here and just do a fresh start because this is all kind of annoying me. How do I object tree? I'm just wanna just hello. Remove all that. Do the same on NASDAQ as well. I already do that here. Object tree and then dude, I'm sorry. I'm low-key tired. I want to go sleep actually and take a power nap, but I don't got time for that. So let's look at the 4 hours. Definitely bullish on NASDAQ. So yeah, that's that. We see on S&P it's going to be bullish as well, obviously, because they're correlated. Go in 1 hour. That's also bullish. I'm going to be marking out the highs and lows for today. So we start off at midnight. Then we got this high right here. That's Asian high. Then we go down over here. What's that? No, that's too late. That's Asian low. That is London low. And that is Asian high. No, wait, what the fuck? No. What am I doing? This is a London high. Okay. The reason, this might be racist, but the reason why my Asian high and low is yellow and my London high and low is green. So the reason this is green is because the first thing that comes to my mind when I think of London is St. Patrick's Day, and that's green. So I would have gone yellow otherwise, but Asians are yellow, so that's why I took, yellow Asian candles. It helps me remind it very well, so it's worked for me very well, so don't judge me for that. Anyways, so this is Asian high and this is Asian low. That's a London high right here, and that is a London, actually 25 New York session started. Those are dead equal. What the hell? Okay, interesting. But they weren't on the other index, on NASDAQ. So let's analyze what happened here. I still don't know what to make off of a SMT divergence yet. I've had a discussion with ChatGPT on how to handle it, but I still don't really get it. So let's look at the 1 hour here. Actually, is that not? That is a London high. But on on S&P, no, on Nasdaq, that doesn't sweep out. Okay, very interesting. Let's do a trend line from here to here. That goes down, right? So this has made a high on 9 and then a lower high on 13. S&P on 9 it made this high, and then on 13 it made a higher high. So that again is an SMT divergence. I just don't know what to make of that. Like, I don't know what the fuck that means. What am I supposed to do with this? Like, it's cool to know. And I figured that maybe I've noted it somewhere. Yeah, that's literally the question that I wrote down, but I haven't answered it yet. But something like with leading and lagging index. So since we're trying to go bullish, I would say that since S&P went up, that is our bias, right? That supports our bias. So that means that S&P should be leading. I don't know, bro. I don't know if that's right or not. But anyways, let's go on the 5-minute time frame here. So that's our London high. And then yeah, we've opened here. And that's the candle. Let me actually see. So London opened, and London actually did not sweep Asian on the down or the upside. That's huge, I think. What about this? That did, however, sweep it. So Nasdaq has sweeped out Asian in London session and made lower lows, lower highs, but S&P didn't. See, this is like, I feel like this is a textbook setup, but I just don't know how to take it. I just don't have the knowledge yet to know what that means. I'm just a baby boo-boo trader at this point. Damn. Okay. Hold on. Where's ChatGPT? Where's there? Saying nothing. I think. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do, bro. The patterns I've recognized with Nasdaq is that Nasdaq likes to sweep and grab liquidity and go back up, while S&P is generally more stable and doesn't sweep out stuff. So I guess that I should be looking at S&P if I was trying to take a trade. I don't know. So one theory could also be that since Nasdaq was grabbing liquidity down here and has already swept out Asian, that S&P would want to do the same. But there's so much shit that I can't even comprehend. I don't even know what's going on. So, first things first, let me read through what I got here. So I wrote down, first you want a liquidity sweep, then breakup structure and all that. If a liquidity sweep has happened in pre-market, wait for 5-minute manipulation. So that means that I shouldn't go off of that liquidity sweep right away as a confluence, but I'm not doing that anyway, so my nose is pissing me off. So far, like, dude, I feel like I'm gonna be sitting here for like an hour. I don't want to be sitting here for an hour, but I guess that's what it takes. I don't know. I feel like I'm dumb sometimes. Like, I can actually notice what people say about, I don't know what it's called, but like, you learn something and you feel so confident in that and you feel like you know everything, but then something snaps and you just feel like you don't know shit and like you just want to quit. That's the point that I'm at right now. I'm obviously not gonna quit, but I just feel so stupid, bro. Like, I don't know what I'm doing anymore, because there's so much. In the beginning, there was like 5 variables, but over time you learn so many new variables that you have to consider, and then it's like you have to think of this and that, and you just lose track of what's happening. Man, this shit is moving so slow, bro. We got a mini fair value gap here. Let me make that green actually, because it's not a Evo fair value gap. Oh man. So does that mean I have to wait for liquidity sweep? Since, I mean, I guess okay. So I think but I'm bullish though. Like, I have a bullish bias. And so me saying that S&P is going to go down and grab liquidity on this green line right here and then try and sweep Asian session, that would go against my bias. So I don't know whether I should place this trade or not. But anyways, let's just assume that that's going to be the strategy to go off of and that I just don't have a bias, I guess. See, that's what I mean. like before I would trade without a bias, so it's like whatever, but now I have to consider that this goes against my bias, and so there's another variable to consider, and now I'm overthinking it. But TJR says that you need a bias, and that price will react off of that bias. But I don't know. I guess I'll look what price does on this fair value gap, if it retraces or if it blows through. If we have an inverse fair value gap, meaning it blows through, that would be a sign that price wants to go up and take out the highs, which, to be fair, actually, are they higher? Dude, while I'm doing this, actually, let me see what Nasdaq's doing. Oh, it's way lower. It might, actually, no, but Asian is not even interesting anymore for Nasdaq because it's already sweat that, so liquidity has been taken there, so nobody cares about Asian low. Let me, while we're waiting, try and fix my GAN box because that was a big problem. I want this to be different. Visual order. Visibility on intervals. I don't know what that means. Settings. Oh, yes. So, style. Okay. Let me just remove all of these. And remove all of these. Oh. Not good. So price is which one though? If I remove that, that's the wrong one. Okay. So I have to enable that. And probably this as well. Yeah, okay. And then I have to turn this off, but turn those two on. I don't want labels though. I do not want labels. Top labels, bottom labels. Okay, I still have labels, bro. Why are you lying to me? Okay. So now the background should be... What if I turn both off? Nah, that's ugly. Let me do background in like green. Oh no, I made everything green. I don't fucking know, bro. Just do something. I don't know what I did, but I guess that's my equilibrium now. Whatever. So I still have labels on that though. I don't know. I'm not fucked to change this right now. It's ugly, but it works. So I wanted to do this to see where... What? Oh no, that's a square, you idiot. I wanted to do this GAN box to see where price is right now. It's basically in the dead middle. So we could be taking out either lows or highs. However, my theory is that since Nasdaq has already swept out the lows, and that would kind of make S&P want to do that as well. And also, London lows and Asian lows are so close to each other. So it's way more rewarding to sweep that out instead of this yellow line that's all the way up there that we would have to reach as well. So that's my theory, but I don't know. But based off of what I'm seeing here, we're definitely in an upwards trend. And the problem is as well that, we would have to make a lower low for me to have a confluence, right? So that would be here. So let me make this blue so it's, I guess, purple, whatever. Price would have to move down here and then below to break structure, and that's when I would know that it's gonna go down. But then this, like, what do I gain? Like 3 cents from that trade? That's not worth it. So I'm gonna have to go with other confluences or lower time frame breaks of structure. I guess let me see what Nasdaq's doing. Oh, Nasdaq's definitely trying to go down. Is it? Yeah, I would say so. Nasdaq is more likely to break structure. And if Nasdaq does, then I don't know if S&P will do as well, actually. I can't use that as a confluence. Bro, I'm cooked. Okay, what confluences can I use here? We don't have a liquidity sweep, which is basically a red flag in of itself. So I'm actually not sure whether I should even trade in the first place at all. But I think what I heard was that if in pre-market price is moving a certain direction, or in London session price is moving a certain direction, and New York hits, then New York is going to continue that direction that London was in. Or if London swept something, then New York hits and it will continue the reversal from that sweep. Or if London has swept something. No, I just said that. What? I don't know what the third one was. I think when London swept something and then moved down in London session though, then New York is going to continue the downward movement. I think it was something along those lines. So if you look in London session, London started here. Price was moving down. Then we hit 10. Then price was moving up, down, up. But we were generally in an upward direction, not really sweeping anything at all. So that would mean that if that theory is correct, that eventually New York is going to continue that movement. So like this. And it would also be backed up because we can see right here, from here to here, S&P is making a higher high than Nasdaq. And if what I said earlier is true, saying that Nasdaq likes to do liquidity grabs and S&P is more like the more stable index, that would mean that it would have to go up because S&P is kind of leading, I guess, in a way. If we go here, it's kind of looking the opposite. However, actually, if I was only looking at at Nasdaq right now, I would see, okay, we made a lower low, okay, and then we went down, swept something, had a reversal, a retrace, then went on, had another retrace. So it's basically like sweeping something, and once New York hits, it's going to continue that upward movement. So based off of what I said, that would mean that price will go up. Because, bit my nose. Because if Nasdaq has had a sweep and then is going up, that means it's going to continue that way in New York session. If S&P hasn't swept anything but is heading a direction, then New York is going to continue that. Right? So that would mean that we're targeting London highs now. And that would also align with my bias. So that kind of makes me a lot more sure. However, oh my god, bro. We have swept this, we went into this and then went back out of it. So that means we're respecting this fair value gap, which goes completely against what I said, bro. Oh. Can I not get like a fair value gap somewhere? There's nothing here. It's dead. It's dead. It's just consolidating. Now we're in a retrace and we're in an upwards movement. So based off of this pattern, going from here, up to here, up to here, then that would mean that we're going to continue like this and then sweep out, right? So let's collect our confluences. Break of structure? Sure. Inverse fair value gap? No. SMT? We do have an SMT, but I don't know if it's favoring what I'm saying. Continuation. Fair value gap, equilibrium, confirmation on 1 minute, break of structure, inverse fair value, SMT, Fibonacci, whatever. If I place this trade with $33, let me do 50 lots, 0.50 lots, 51, that would be 3%. Okay, we are making a buy position. I would like to, I would like to put my stop loss right underneath this low and put my TP here. I would have gained $1.12 from this. And I would lose $1.08. So if anything, I would want to be going for this. That's $3.90. I think that's kind of the trade I'm going to be taking. That's a 1 to 4 risk to reward, I think. USD. No, but I want to do more than that though. I already said I want to do more than... I want to do 3% of my account balance. That's 2.51. Oh, so now we're looking different. Okay. Interesting. So, let's see how price reacts off of this fair value gap right here, because that's kind of the only confluence that we have in this desert right now. If it blows through, that would mean it's disrespected, meaning it's an inverse fair value gap, and we can continue upwards. If it respects it, then I'm kind of confused, because normally, I mean, it could be just a retracement though. Oh, we're about to find out, I guess. We're about to find out what this shit does. Hello? Okay. We have blown past, meaning we have invalidated this fair value gap. It's an inverse fair value gap, and that means we have this, and this. So we have confirmation. Now we need continuation, which would be fair value gap. We don't have any fair value gaps here because we're in a dry ass desert. So I don't understand why equilibrium is in continuation, because I would always find an equilibrium. But I guess I'm gonna make an equilibrium. I've made my GAN box, now I can mark out equilibrium. I've never used equilibrium before. Bro, this fucking stop loss thing is in my way. You have to move out of the way, sir. Also, this is way too thick. I need to be thinner. So we are in a discount now. Does that mean I can buy? Like, what does an equilibrium even do, bro? Oh, I also marked it out completely wrong. What am I doing? So, this is a high right here. That's a low. That's a high. That's a low. So from this high to this low, but then it was clearly outside. I don't know what the fucking equilibrium is. I don't know how to use it. I don't know what you're supposed to do with one. I don't get how it changes anything. I don't fucking know, bro. I'm gonna look for a 1 minute confluence and fucking along that bitch, bro. I don't give a fuck about no equilibrium. Okay, so this would be favorable if we hit this fair value gap on the 1 minute time frame. There's also another one right here that we could also, hit. Where is it? I have lost the fair value gap. I don't think there was one. Those are dead equal. No, I don't think I have any other fair value gaps. I don't know what happened here. Was this one? So this one went over, started here, then it went up, and then it went down. Then it ended here, but somehow it starts here on this candle. What is happening? I'm confused. Okay, so that's not the fair value gap that we're trying to fill. Oh. Okay. Big down candle. Big down candle. Okay. We have... Wait. So I think if we close in this... if a wick goes in, FEG got filled. If a wick goes in, FEG got filled. Bullshit go back into the threshold of the gap. Buy orders in it, price will go up. If wicks touching or overlapping, no candle closure above it. So that's respected then. Oh my. So that means we're in a 1 minute confluence. What the hell? That was so clean. So that means I'm buying, no? That means I should be buying, doesn't it? That means we have support. So, we're going back down. From this low to this high. So that means we're in a discount now, which means I would be in the right position to buy right now. Fuck it, I'm going in, bro. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm buying. I don't care, bro. It's the... Okay, so let me explain. We have a candle that... Oh my god, it's gonna disrespect it in just a second. Oh no, don't do it, bro. Don't do... Just go up, bro. Please. Dude. I don't even know what that means. We filled it, bro. Like, how are you gonna go... But we're still filling it, so it's still fine. Just stay up there, bro. Don't worry. Okay, so my theory was... this is a fair value gap right here, right? We went up here, went into that fair value gap, went back up, went back down into the fair value gap, but still respecting it, meaning that we are holding the price, which means price is going in there, filling it and going back up. That's our new zero. That's our new ground line. So price has found support here, and it's going to go upwards and not go past this, in theory. This equilibrium right here is, well, this means that we're in... I don't really understand equilibriums, but at the time of me buying, we were like, I don't know, here, I guess. Oh no, okay. So the candle was here, but as you can see, the stupid lines are somewhere else because they don't want you to buy. But yeah, so anyways, the candle was in here somewhere, and when I buy, it placed the buy over here because they don't want scalping on low time frames. So yeah, that's the spread. So that means we're in a discount, it's going to go up. So that's how I understand equilibrium. So we have equilibrium and a fair value gap that's respected on 1 minute. Oh, it says confirmation inverse fair value gap. That's interesting. I don't know. This makes sense to me. I don't know what I'm doing. This is demo money, bro. I don't know. Right? I'm not a professional at all. That's my logic. So on 1 minute time frame, that makes sense to me. 5 minutes. We have this. No, that's just the same thing. Yeah, so we had a bullish bias. We had S&P and NASDAQ going up. So we had a break of structure to the upside. We did not have a liquidity sweep, but we have draws on liquidity here and here. And we went into a direction in a London session and continued that direction in New York. So that means that's like a pretty valid trade, no? I feel like that's valid. I feel like that is a valid trade. I don't know if I'm gonna take partials on this, cause like fuck this, like 3 cents, bro. But whatever, those are mini trades I'm taking. I'm just trying to learn the skill first. So anyways, I moved this stop loss. I have to move it back here. Because that's our support right here, right? This retrace. So if price goes below this retrace, that means it's probably gonna trace downward. And it's broken our support. That's why I'm placing the take profit here. The stop loss there here. And the take profit is up where our draw on liquidity is. That's the theory behind that. And look, we're already making 5 cents, guys. Oh, now we lost them again. So that's our trade. I've made a trade half an hour into New York session. I think that's pretty good. Like, okay, 37 minutes, but I don't know when I placed that. It was probably like 35. So it's more half an hour. I'm interested to see whether TJR is going to make a trade recap for today. And it's going to show like the complete opposite of what I've done. Saying like, bro, if you've done this, then you're so stupid for doing that. That's what I'm waiting for. But I don't think I'm going to just sit here and watch this. Like, I kind of set and forget. And then I see if, my take profit was hit or not. And that's kind of the theory behind that. But yeah. We have the chance to make $4.34. And we could potentially lose $1.91. That's a pretty good trade to me. I mean, if you scale that up, like you would win $4,000 and you would lose $2,000. That's a good that's a good ratio. It might be unrealistic though. Who knows? I still have a lot to learn. I don't know what I'm doing. This might be the dumbest trade I've ever taken. I might look back at this in 2 years and think, this is such a dumb idiot. Why is he taking that trade? But in the end, that's what brought me there, right? So I don't care about if this trade is dumb or not, if this is like the stupidest thing that I could have ever done. At least I took the trade, bitch ass. That's what matters. So I'm gonna, over the weekend for sure, I'm gonna learn a lot about day trading. I'm gonna study a bit more on what to do when, because this brings up a lot of questions. And I'm gonna watch some trade recaps, trying to understand what he's doing. And then I'm gonna repair MacBooks. I'm actually gonna go sleep right now for like 20 minutes. Then I'm gonna get up, repair this MacBook, hopefully, or like find out why it's broken. Then I'm gonna watch trade recaps. And at that point it's probably like 8 p.m. already, so I'll just go sleep. And then rinse and repeat, I guess. So that's gonna be my day. Maybe in future recaps I'll show this and show whether this worked or not. And hopefully in a few years I can look back at this and be proud of myself because this was such a good trade, but I didn't know why. Or I can laugh at it and be like, that's so dumb. I'm glad I did that. Regardless, this is worth it, and I'll be back. So, thanks for sticking around for 50 minutes of me yapping about shit. And we'll see whether this works or not. We're currently 70 cents negative. So we'll see. But anyways, I think that's it. I'm not going to be looking at this. You're not going to be looking at this. I'm going to go sleep. I got other shit to do. And me watching and staring at these trades is not going to make them better. When I can just look at them after they've hit either my stop loss or take profit and then learn from what happened. So that being said, I'm going to go sleep and yeah, future me, I don't know what you're going to do. Drive your Porsche. Bye bye.